Outwardly, the Bahrain Grand Prix was a complete and utter failure for the McLaren Formula One team, both in terms of raw speed and the weekend's overall conclusion. But what gives McLaren reason to believe that 2023 will be a successful year in Formula One? Stick around to find out. Oscar Piastri began in the 12th position and Lando Norris started in the 18th position. Norris made several pit stops and finished 2 laps down. After just one race, McLaren has fallen to last place in the season-long constructors standings. For a group that has set a goal of finishing no lower than 4th in 2023, this is not an auspicious beginning. Despite the hardships brought on by reliability problems, there is light at the end of the new Woking Wind tunnel. Because of a shift in approach made last year, the team knows it has performance. It can bolt onto the car for the 4th round of the season in Azerbaijan and more to come after that. Moreover, after the new tunnel is commissioned in June, the team should be able to make a major stride forward in the efficiency of their aero program as the 2024 project takes shape. As Mercedes and Ferrari appear to be in chaos, McLaren stands out as a team with an air of understated assurance. Inspiration can be drawn from Aston Martin, who over the winter managed to achieve a significant improvement in aerodynamic performance. If you are dependent on an upgrade package, there's a risk that when the new bits do come, they will not make a significant difference in comparison to competitors who are also making progress. Nonetheless, for the time being, McLaren is willing to bear the heat of having a performance that is below par. Now, based on the statement given by Technical Director James Key, it seems that the team has achieved the expected results during the qualifying session. However, the competition is very tight, and a small improvement or a mistake could have led to a different outcome. Key also mentioned that the team knew they were several tenths off where they needed to be, but there is a good reason for that. It suggests that the team has identified some areas that need improvement and has been working hard to address them during the offseason. Overall, Key's statement indicates that the team has put in a lot of effort and is aware of their current position. They seem to be optimistic and focused on improving their performance in the future races. Going further, James Key is positive about the performance of the MCL60, even in its current state. According to him, the car has shown some promising developments, with a lot of new components that have worked remarkably well. The team has been working tirelessly to analyze their strengths and weaknesses from the previous season to improve the car's balance. Furthermore, the mechanical upgrades have proved to be effective, and the team's tire management has improved significantly. These improvements have not been compromised, nor have they resulted in any nasty surprises. Key's statement suggests that the team has made great strides in their pursuit of excellence and is well prepared for the upcoming races. McLaren's technical director revealed that a new rule for 2023 had a more significant impact than the team had anticipated, leading to a change in the team's aero direction. Key explains that the change occurred when the team took a 15mm floor step as a porpoising protection measure. While it may sound like a minor adjustment, the impact on the team's performance was significant. The floors of these high-performance machines are massive and incredibly sensitive, generating a significant amount of downforce. As a result, the change resulted in a much bigger loss of performance than initially anticipated. Interestingly, the effect of the rule change varied among different teams and appeared to be related to the floor edge geometry in use at the time. But what's more surprising is that the McLaren team has recently announced that their new car, the MCL60, will not be fully revealed until the 4th race of the season. This decision was not due to any lack of preparation, but rather a necessary change in strategy that was made later than they would have liked. According to James, the decision to revamp a specific area of the car was forced upon them by the realization that the new regulations would not be adequately addressed with their previous approach. This led to a complete overhaul and refresh of that particular area, which takes time to develop properly. Despite efforts to have the revamped car ready for the first race of the season, the team ultimately decided it was too risky to debut a not yet matured design. The new car would have performed better, but with the current regulations, stability and correlation were crucial factors to ensure success. While it may have been difficult to communicate to the public that the real MCL60 would not be ready until the 4th race, it was important for the team to prioritize the development process and ensure the best possible performance on the track. One could argue that making a late change in direction for a racing team is a bold move, which is something that Mercedes probably now regrets not doing. However, James Key downplays the comparison as the focus of McLaren's change was on the floor rather than the more visible side pod package. Key explains that while the simplicity of the situation may be talked about, the details and complexities of the cars make it difficult to determine the best course of action, even as recent as the end of last year. He notes that even though one team was dominating, the team that was closest to them for most of the season had completely different philosophies with their bodywork. Despite this, both teams maintained their approach and remained highly competitive. Regarding Mercedes' unique and clever philosophy, which has been studied by all teams, Key understands why they chose to go in that direction again. In summary, making late changes in direction can be difficult, and finding the one right thing to do is tricky given the complexity of the cars and the diverse approaches taken by successful teams. The information provided by Key makes it quite evident that there is more for the team to find. It's got a ton more potential in it than the first iteration we're going to see at Race 4. We expect to see maybe a further step in Imola. It'll be a step in the right direction. It won't be the whole shebang. There's more to do, but as I was saying, Sakir is not the best track for us. I think in the upcoming races we'll probably see a little bit of a mix-up, and I'd anticipate us being a little bit more competitive. And because it's so tight, if you've got some updates coming early, it can move things around quite quickly. The confirmation that the Baku spec is simply the first stage is intriguing, since it suggests that McLaren fans may need to maintain their patience if the Baku package does not immediately drive the team to the front of the grid. As Aston Martin has also made clear, having a reliable baseline is always crucial, but it is especially important in this era of cost limits. When most of the teams in the year 2022 were chasing porpoising, they all had some underlying difficulties that required firefighting, which required them to use resources that they should have been putting into making the car faster. The fact that the McLaren MCL60 already provides a decent starting point is a positive development for the company. As a result, the attention can now exclusively be placed on lap time. Key goes further to explain that their new approach to the car has proven to be effective, as it provides the necessary grip to make the car go faster. This clear approach helps the team focus their efforts and achieve their goals directly, rather than having to overcome unclear or unpredictable characteristics. Key is cautious when it comes to discussing updates for the car, as they need to ensure that the updates will work when added to the car. However, if the updates do come and work, they will provide a good step forward for the team. Furthermore, the team is already working on the next logical steps in the background, and they hope that the development rate will be competitive, given the close competition in the racing world. Initially, it does exactly what we expected it to do, says Key, and the primary driver's comment is just, give us grip and we can go faster. It's not like you're going to attack this kind of crazy characteristic, or this really annoying thing here or whatever. If you just take the car and just add grip, it will naturally go quicker. So it does give us a very clear approach rather than trying to overcome something you don't really understand fully. That helps us. It means we can be very direct in our approach and very clear in our approach to what we're trying to achieve. I would still be cautious about talking about updates because you've got to get it running on the car first and make sure it works. But I think if it all comes, it'll definitely be a good step. And if we could take the next logical steps that we're already working on in the background, then the hope is the development rate can be pretty competitive. And it needs to be at the moment with how close everything is. If you have reached this far, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and press the notification bell so you may not miss any future updates. See you in another video. Until then, take care. Do tell us your views in the comments section.